Hi guys, I'm back again with the second video of this series. Last time I was start where I was saying that what we need as a prerequisite. So I'll quickly summarize it again. Of course, we need Sitecore item web API working and kicking. Second is we need PowerShell extensions. That part is basically for automation when you do want to automate your backup jobs. Otherwise, we don't need it. Then uh, if you have successfully installed, what you need is you need to check that if your tool is coming up or not, and I'll show you how to quickly tell that. so so what I have done is I have two Sitecore instances here. One is Sitecore 7 local, which will act as my source system, where I assume that I have my data here. So you can see there I have installed AutoHOS content here, which is coming from Alex Shiba, sample content for Sitecore. Then I have a target system, uh, which is Sitecore 7 local. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Sitecore 7.1. Yep, so you can see here that it doesn't have any of the AutoHOS content here. It is just having Sitecore home. So let me quickly show you that how the basic functionality works here. I'll go to my source system and let's choose one item as of now, and I'll quickly show you how what it can do. So whenever you install CoreSync, you can notice that whenever you right click on any of the item using the context menu, you can see CoreSync as a menu option. It have two options. One is sync backup website, which will basically transfer your data from one system to another system. Another one is to recover website. So if this is your target system, which means your backup system, and you want to recover something back from your backup system to the source system, you can use this wizard. Let's go and fire up first sync and backup website wizard. Let's do it here. So whenever you open this tools will come up in a dialog box shape. You can open it up. Then you can see my current context language is English, which is based basically on your context language of your page content editor. Then you can see here there are a few couple of options. Let me quickly read it. Context item means the item on which I have clicked and launched this CoreSync dialog box. That is what's shown here. You can see it is a version 1. Then there are update method. This basically asks you that based on what you want to update target Sitecore. So you can see whenever you go and keep your mouse pointers to any of these options, this will give you a tooltip which explains more about it. So update method, which means use update only, will update the current language version in the Sitecore target system, and this option will just go and create a version of the data. Means it will pick the data from this item, it will go into the target system, and it will just create a version out of it. And this is the update methodology. Second one is the source item option. You want to tell this tool that how it should go and pick the source value. So one option is straightforward, items from content tree, which will make saying that okay, you want to pick current item, and if you want to include any sub items, you can say that. And if you want to exclude a few sub items, say for example you have a whole lot website and you want to sync it, but you want to sync it excluding few items, so you can do it from here. So that kind of option this gives up. Another one is items from history engine. Say for example you want to sync data from your source system to target, but you don't know what are the changes you have done so far, means your content authors are working. So in that case this option comes handy. This option basically works on Sitecore history engine. So it will go and look into the history engine and tell out that what are those items which have been modified from date and time. So what you have to do is like you have to tell here that from this date I want at this time. So it will go and start looking all transactions on items which will happen post this date and time. That is one option. So right now let's not go into that much complex situations. Let's go do very simple things. So I'll just choose items from content tree, and I don't have sub items, so I'll not check in this box. Sitecore 7.1 is basically my target instance. Master is my target database. I have to provide the authentication. So let me quickly provide it and say B. Before clicking on submit, I have to see that my yep my okay, I didn't, just hold on, let me go and change some data, otherwise we will not able to notice that what has been changed. So let me put here something different, 1.0. Let me save it. Okay, so I have saved it now, 1.0, 7 local, and if I go to my 7.1, I can see there is a different text there. So let's go and initiate our wizard, core sync backup website, let it come and load. So I'll go and do just update only as of now, and I'll choose my items from content tree. I don't select sub item because I don't have any. I'll say provide my credentials and say submit. Yep, so it's going to do very quickly. It's in local system and it's just one item. So let's go and check if has been modified into my item, in my target system item. Let me open it. It's giving me sometimes problem. Okay, yep, so Sitecore 7.1. Yeah, I have opened it and I just clicked on it and I can see that it's become Sitecore 1.0. And if I go and see modify, let me go and tell you, say standard fields. Yep, so okay, what I am trying to look is status. Yep, I can see that it got updated at 5:15, and here it's the time, it's 17:17, just 2 minutes ahead it's got updated by Sitecore admin. That's what the credential I provided. Fine, so this make sure that my tools works, and let me go and do further quick operations. Now this time what I want to do is I want to make a version out of it. So I'll go and back in my local system and type something. I've typed. Now I'll fire my core sync again and say this time I will go and say create versions. My source item selection is same, credentials are same. Let's go and fire it up and say submit. Yes, it's done. Let's go back and refresh it. Now this time I can see that my text got changed, but the important part is I need to make sure this has been added as a version, not updated. So I can see now my target system has one version which is updated at 5:18, which is 17:18 in my local system. So if I go and select my older version, I can see my older version still have that old data, and if I go to my latest version, it got modified data. So this is one quick thing which has been done. Let's go and quickly show you basically if I want to create this item. Let's say an update. Yep, so I have deleted this item in my target system. Let me go and create it quickly. So I'll say core sync again, sync up website. You can choose anything this time. I'll fire it up, let's say B, and say submit.